stop on the left.
Then next road on the right. Stop on the left again for me, please. Okay, type on when it's safe. Stop on the left. Okay, type on when you're ready. Crossroads, and then straight. Then next road on the left. Once you've turned left, turn medium right. So I'd like to drive past the next junction and stop on the left before the car. Okay. So this is your manoeuvre. I'd like to put next to that car and reverse back into a park position. Thank you. Drive on when you're ready. At the end of the road, you're going to turn right and then left at the end of that road. Just right. That's coming from. On the flat, 850. At the end of the road, you're going to turn right. At the end of the road, turn left. roundabout, and turning right, third exit. Straight on, second exit. Straight on, second exit. So at the next roundabout, we'll turn right, third exit is the exit after our stop. Next roundabout, we turn right, second exit, and when you exit this roundabout, that will be the end of the test. Drive normally. Talk about it in a bit. So the first thing I'm going to do, right, is to stop at the line, gently, gently. I'm going to pull this towards you. I can see you struggling to get you. Quite a few times you're like, where is it? Where is it? It's because you pushed it forward. You pushed it out of position. That's why. Oh, okay. Okay. So just with your driving, okay. Look, I mean, this is nothing to do with the test, although it is in a way. let's go. Calm it down. You are trying way too hard. You're driving, right? I feel it. You're pushing it to the absolute limit. It feels like you're at the edge of it. You can just about manage it, and that's because you're trying too hard. You've already got the skills to drive. Just relax, okay? Just try to get rid of some of that tension out of you because it's transmitting from you into the car, into the way that you're driving, including the steering, the gas, the braking, everything. You're rushing, you're trying too much. Just chill it out. You've already got the skills that you need. Now this feels better already. Yes. Now come on, doesn't this feel better? This feels like normal driving, and it's interesting how it's just a machine, but it does pick up your body language. It really does. It's an incredibly fine machine in cars. If you're trying too hard, it kind of like feels that you like your nerves. Now this braking, perfect. Look at that, perfect, absolutely perfect. You haven't done any braking like that during this mock test. All your braking has been, like, oh, you've been getting this, and it just feels so tight.
Okay.
Yeah. Now that we've taken the pressure off, normal driving. Now we say to our pupils, come driving test day, just chill it out, stick to what you know. Just because it's a test day doesn't mean it's something different. It shouldn't be. Just drive your drive, like take the next road on the left. I mean, all of a sudden everything's got a lot better, including your steering. But on the test you've been like, I can see you doing all these little adjustments and stuff like that. And you don't even need them. Okay. So as you came out of there, the acceleration is now you're elevating rather than accelerating. On the test you've been accelerating straight up and getting soft.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So even though you might not do anything wrong, your style of driving it gives a wrong impression. It's a bit like reading a story to somebody, isn't it? Even though the words are exactly the same, there's lots of different ways that you could read it. You could read it nice and relaxed, and then have another beanstalk and it got to the top and then all this kind of well, Jackie looked into it and stuff, and then it's a big giant. There's lots of different ways that you can tell the same story. And in a way, when you're on your driving test, you are telling the examiner a story. You're saying to him, look, this is how I drive. This is what I do. But actually, you're not. What you're doing is you're saying, this is how I drive on a test. So they don't know how you normally drive like this. This, more than good enough for a driving test. What you've just done is going to make them incredibly, going to start ringing a few alarm bells, Is this person really that nervous? Well, what's going to happen if I give her a license today? She's going to go off and get herself into all kinds of trouble. Anyway, so nice and gently then. So how do you think you did on your test?
I think I was okay, but I'm not very sure about the maneuver.
Oh, the maneuver? What about it?
The observations, because at one point I was not very sure if my angle was right and if I'm going to go on the curve.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was making me really nervous.
Yes, I could tell. So, just a couple of things there. So, with the test actually, that was you picked up. Look, for driving, you only picked up 2 minor marks, both of them on the maneuver. One was for your observations when you were just staring too much at the screen down here, but the other, let's go down just a little bit gently. So usually when you slow down, just ease off your gas first and then see if that works, and then gently brake it if you need. With the one was the observations, of course, but the other I could see because you went too far on the second. When you came back in a straight line, I think you got a bit close to it. Remember, on the grid system, the side of the car is not where the line is. It's actually well inside of the lines. So you were absolutely fine. But you got one for your control as well. And with the control, it's because you get stopped from starting. And you must have used your brakes probably 20 times there on that last little section. You're going back a centimetre and then stopping and another centimetre. You were nowhere near the thing. You were absolutely fine. Okay. The another thing to mention, not necessarily mark it down, but one of the times I did ask you to big space on your left. Use it. That's it there. Head for the space. Look at the space and just head into it. You'll be fine. Try to avoid that little turn alley. You've got at least a beat from these cars. If you need to go closer, you can go slower. These cars don't move. They can only move so much for you. So at the roundabout, we're going to go straight on, second exit. And it's rushing. Yeah. So what I was going to say is I should turn left at the end of the road when we come past Rolls Royce. And you gave your signal so early. We were still about 350 metres from the end of the road. You signalled them straight away and off you drove now. Okay. Now, there were no other roads before there, so therefore you're not going to get marked down on it. But it does kind of ring a little bit of an alarm bell in the sense that you've been asked to do something, you can't try straight away.
Yeah, that was very early, but I had a good look at the road. There was no time.
Yes, I know there was nothing there, but it's like I say to you now, at the end of the road, at the crossroads, turn left, and you signal now and drive all the way down here. Imagine there's no junctions. It's still too far from the actual thing. Now, luckily for you, where that Rolls Royce is stuck yellows all the way down, so we know you're not stopping. Or, if the examiner thinks that your signal could make other people think you're going to stop, then they'll mark you down on it because it's incorrect time.
Okay. Yeah.
So I didn't mark you down on that today. So, just 2 minor marks. However, you didn't pass your test.
Okay.
And the reason is quite simple. And you won't make the same mistake again, I hope.
Okay.
What do you think it is?
There was a situation where I forced myself. A car was turning on that road. There were parked cars. And he was turning and there was not much space and I just forced myself.
Yeah. Well, no, you're all okay. But actually, if you ever feel like that, like you're forcing something, don't. You're not there to force things to happen. You're there to fit in with the system, not force, not make it happen. Yeah. What it was one of the first times I asked you to pull up and stop on the left. I think it was about the third. And I said to you, okay, so pull up and stop on the left. The first thing you did was signal. You spotted it, signalled and pulled up. You went past the junction with the signal on.
Okay.
And that is it. And that was probably I think that was the second time that I asked you to pull up. First time I asked you to pull up, fine, and then we went down past the shops there on the left, we did that right turn, and it was that one as we went round the bend. I asked you to pull up into the junction right there. I saw you spotted it straight away, you signalled straight away and went and stopped.
And I thought that I have passed it, so I thought...
You were before it, clearly.
Yeah. Okay.
The point is that you were rushing, everything was rushed. There was no rush to get that. I mean, not only did you rush to get your signal on, you were still going pretty fast as you pulled over and swerved it, and then you sort of started braking. Let's say you've been asked to stop on the left. Okay, now this is an old test route that you're on now, and this is where they used to get you to stop on the left. Okay, so that's what we'll do, right? So the instruction is pull up and stop on the left. Now, why don't you come off your gas now? Because you don't need the gas on. That's it. Tell people what you're going to do. That's it. Don't rush it. Slow it down. Slow your car down. Slow down. And now tuck in closer. Tuck in a bit closer. A bit closer. That's it. Straight and stop. So you're out of the way. No rush to get stopped. Just take your time. Have a look. And I'm going to stop there. But the first thing, let's move on. Yeah, that's it. The first thing you should do is at least come off your gas, because you weren't even doing that. You've been asked to stop and you're still got your drive on. Right? So of course it's a lot harder to do. It's a bit like going into meeting situations. Come off your gas, give yourself some extra time. line. And when you did it, I thought, well, that's a shame, yeah, because it's like you were to signal now, drop past the junction and stop where that sign is. And it was all just pushed. And that is the only thing. That is the only thing. And it's not so much that you thought you were past the junction, but
I was early.
you were before, but it doesn't surprise me that you thought that, because you were just under so much pressure to get things done straight away. So we need to chill out, all right?
Yeah.
Looking at what's happening straight away. Just slow it down. So the first port of call, off you go, yeah. Things are a lot easier to deal with if you're not accelerating into the situation. Going straight on at the roundabout second exit. Drive yourself. Okay. At this speed, you have to make really quick choices, quick observations, quick choices. Go a bit slower, get better quality. So when we finished the mock test, you actually settled right down, and that was really good driving. Now you're starting to get back into this what you were off the test mode. No rush we're at. There's no rush to get going. There you go. Nice and gently. You're aware of it. He knows. He's seen you.
I think I got 6 or 7. No, I think I got 4 or 5 minors on slow on the day of test.
It doesn't surprise me. That's being overcautious, but what you're doing now is swinging the other way, and we do need to be careful that we don't overdo it, because everything. The thing is, yes, you got the minor marks. So what? 4 minor marks for going too slow? You didn't fail your test for it though, did you? So what it is, you've gone the other way, but not in the sense of speed. You've gone in the other way, trying to get things done quickly. That your marks would have been for going too slow. Yeah. And so you just rush into things it's not the speed that you're speeding up, although you are going a bit fast into situations. Then minor marks will be for general sort of speed. Look, this is a 30 miles an hour road. You've got 24 on. This feels right on this road. Yeah? If this was your test, they're not marking you down for this. They're thinking this is actually really good. If you was to take up to 27, 28 miles an hour, they'll mark you down for going too fast. So you've got to strike that balance. What feels right? If it feels right, it probably is. Look, no, just wait a minute, right? This is everything that I'm talking about, right? You've stopped, handbrake, park, better. What you did, yeah, you stopped, you went, lies the problem, yeah?
Okay.
You're trying to get things done too quick. You're trying to get too far ahead, okay?
Okay.
Right. Relax, yeah? Going down the road, next road on your left, okay. Oh, pull up and stop, fine. Okay, I'll stop there, right. So ease off your gas mirror, signal, position.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
I have two questions.
Go on then.
Imagine that it's a two-way road, and there is a signal ahead, and there is another road here. Yeah. And
what kind of signal ahead? What, like traffic light?
yes, traffic light. So I need to stop and give way to the car which might go this way.
No. Right. So
the cars are. I mean, there is a line of cars ahead of me.
yes.
There is a traffic light signal, and there is another road coming from this side.
Right.
So do I need to
leave
make the way clear?
Open. Yes. You need to leave the junction open.
For the cars which might go
yes.
this way.
Yes.
But for the man who is turning that way he's not the power. He doesn't have the power.
No, because he's going your way.
Okay, just wanted
But generally speaking, yes. Are you maybe suggesting that if I get my iPad out here, let me get this out. So are you perhaps suggesting that?
Yeah.
Yep. So that maybe if you go here.
Yeah, and block this one.
Yeah. Then yeah. Sorry, that's not the letter. Yes. Are you maybe suggesting that you maybe come down? There's
a set of lights.
A set of lights. There's a car here, and maybe you've gone over. Stopped here.
Yeah.
Like this. So technically, this guy can still turn out right, but he can't turn left.
But if I'm blocking him, for example.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. However, why don't you just leave the whole junction open anyway?
Yeah, but sometimes,
I know. Like you've made the mistake and you've gone over anyway. There's enough room. Don't worry about it. He hasn't got a priority to come out. You're not. He's got the give way lines. Therefore, he gives way to you. However, you must leave space for people to turn in and out. It's a little bit vague, but I personally would leave it completely open if you get the choice. And if they turn out like that, that's fine. Okay, no big deal. I understand exactly what you're saying because, yeah, it is. I mean, if you do find yourself in that situation, try to squeeze up a little bit. If there's a bit of wiggle room, squeeze it up a little bit, and then at least it's something, isn't it? But you are not required to leave space to let him out left.
Okay. And one more question.
Yep, go on.
It's a like a crossway, like 4 roads are coming.
Crossroads, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have seen that sometimes there is a marking on the road, like it's like a box with like
a box junction.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't know what does it signify. Is it like the regular one or is it something different?
Right. So a box junction. One of them. Yeah. So basically, what a box junction means is you cannot enter unless your exit is clear. So in this situation, you're going straight on. Yeah. At the moment, if you went forward, even like this, let's say you went forward and stopped here, that would fail you. If you're turning left and you go and wait here, that's a fail as well. The only time you can stop in a box junction is if you are turning right and you prevent it from doing so by cars going down the road here. You are allowed to stop in a box junction if you're turning right. You're not if you're turning left or going straight on. You must wait until the exit is entirely cleared so you can get your entire car out of the box junction. All right. Oh, it's a little bit tricky. Good question. There's not many of these around, Derby, to be fair, but
there's one in that town, I think.
Yeah.
Near the
Okay.
the train station, I think. Yeah.
Yes, there is. Yeah. Yeah, when you're turning right from or left, yeah, there is. That's exactly what there is. That's that one, and there's one at top of Ascot Drive, which is just for right turns anyway. So yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So next week, you want an hour and a half, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
So I think I'll have to just rearrange, but I think 10:45 to 12:15 could work for us.
10:40. Yeah, that's fine. I want to do, if you can test me on the new routes around the test center. So
new routes?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always driving around these routes. I make around mistakes on these ones as well. But she took me to another route when we go to Chediston Borough Wash, and on that roundabout when we take the third exit. And it makes me really nervous when I'm going on the roads I've not been before. So if you can test me on the roads that we haven't gone before, so that I just get it off my chest. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome.